excited and involved with the town? How do we get people to back you in all the great things that you're doing?
Well, I think really, it's such a critical time for our residents. If they want to be involved in our town, now is the time. And I say that because we are in the starting process of putting a comprehensive master plan into our community. That's your opportunity to be a part of it, to come to these town hall meetings that we're going to have at each one of the hamlets, and to get involved. Take the surveys, speak with your neighbors, get engaged, because as that plan is built, that's going to be the blueprint to drive our community into the future. And it becomes a living, breathing document. It's updated as of 2019, and as the years go on, it's just like any other business model. Every 5 years, 6 years, we may want to tweak it, but we're going to have a professional plan that all of our residents have had a say in doing, to include our businesses, which are key. Jobs for our youth, housing for our youth. Across the street from Town Hall, we're waiting for that project to start as soon as the Department of Health in Suffolk County signs off on it. We're hoping that they're going to start that process. It's going to include, a residential component in the back of it. There's going to be commercial retail in the front of its stores. So as those things happen, hopefully our children will stay here because there are jobs. The Hop Hog Industrial Park has done a phenomenal job. They're partnered up with Stony Brook University, some of the other universities throughout the state of New York, to try and keep our bright young children here, and then allow them the ability to, if they don't want to own a home, they could at least afford a nice apartment in the business districts, which they all like. They're close to the train station. They're close to all the restaurants and the shops and the hair salons and the grocery stores. Those are the things that, this is way this country and the future of our country is going now. It's not years ago where I just want a home and cut the grass. The children of today, they're looking for a different lifestyle, and we have to kind of adapt to that and help provide that in order to keep our community vibrant.
Yeah, no longer. I know I was talking with Nicole the other day, the attitude of NIMBY, not in my backyard, is gone. So and you have to get that off the table in order to have forward progression.
Absolutely. We have to work together, and that's what I think, and going back to Danielle's question, I think for our community to really thrive, now I just look at this as such a great opportunity for the community to have a say in how they want to see the development of our town. All my years that I lived here, we never had that opportunity, so that's something that every resident in this town should embrace.
Right.
Yeah, I think as living here for as long as I have, I felt like the older generation kind of ruled the town, and now you definitely get a sense, 35, that it's more about what we're looking for and what we need and our children need to keep the town thriving, like a Patchogue, like a Huntington, keep it going like a great town.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm not a proponent of making Smithtown Patchogue or Huntington a Sable, but I think Smithtown.
No, but interest to people.
Yeah, and you have to have an attraction.
Yeah.
Right.
Have to have an attraction.
And we have the theater in Smithtown, and hopefully there's things down the road that we're going to be able to do to help support that. Just like they did in Patchogue with that theater, maybe we can do that here in Smithtown. They have it in Northport. And, St. James, they have a wonderful group there that's trying to revitalize the arts district there and bring the arts back. And, so there's opportunities to bring in a various amount of culture back into our community and for the young folks. Although I did take what you said about the old people because I have white hair, you were referring to me.
Yeah, but your mind is with the newer generation, that's what I think
progressive.
is important.
Progressive thinking is what we need, So, what's Lake Avenue? Let's talk about Lake Avenue for a minute. When, where, why, how is it gonna?
First steps. What's the
What are the
first
steps?
step?
Well, the first step is what we're in the process of doing now, putting out to bid the construction phase to see how that is going to line up. We need to have the installation of the dry sewer line and the water main that has to go in. We need to have this planned out, well planned out, because as you all know, Lake Avenue is a very narrowed road. It's located within residential community. There's, the one big anchor store, which is King Cullen. So we have to be very mindful of the amount of impact that we put to those
Right,
commercial
those
businesses.
yeah.
Right.
And we are, and I'm happy to say that, the town, we have established a committee, the Lake Avenue Committee. We have all of the town departments get together. Once a week we meet as we drive this project forward. We're gonna be bringing in the planning department. There's gonna be community outreach. There's going to be commercial outreach to the Chambers of Commerce in St. James, so that when we roll this project out, whether we were able to put the shovel in the ground and start that this year, that still remains to be seen. I'm hopeful maybe it can be, but if not, when we hit it in 2020, we will have a plan in place to have the least amount of impact to our businesses and our residents, and do it in a way where we have a systematic way of progressing that department, that project, with limited amount of impact, negative impact.
Okay, very good. Yeah, I mean, you don't want to have a whole road torn up and businesses shut down for a day or can't do business, because even one day could affect a small business.
Absolutely,
You know.
absolutely. And we are very mindful of that,
Yeah,
and which is what drove these meetings. So we have everybody together, and we're doing everything we can, and we'll be meeting and bringing in our chambers of commerce to make sure that all those businesses are fully involved and fully aware how the process is going to work out, as well as our civic groups, which is our residents.
right.
Great.
Very cool.
Look forward to that.
And what's after, anything going on? Well, you said there's a project across the street going on. That's going to probably happen at the same time Lake Avenue does?
Well,
That's
like I
dependent
said,
upon a builder, right?
Right. It's the builder that's doing it, as well as the county Department of Health that is looking at the sewer treatment facility that's going to be sited at the location. But in addition to those projects that, they're ongoing, and they do take a lot of time because they are very big projects. Here in Smithtown, we are committed to putting money and resources back into our parks and beaches. We have a very robust project that's underway right now, and that's to rebuild and redesign the Flynn Memorial Baseball Complex in Kings Park. Okay. That's a $4 million project. $2 million is going in 2019. We're going to put $2 million in 2020, with the hopes of bringing back to what we once had here in Smithtown. We would have the USSSA softball league would come in. They would hold tournaments. They bring teams in from all over the state to use our facilities, which has a big benefit to our business owners, the delis and 7-Elevens and the restaurants and the hotels that we have in our community. So we're starting that process right now. It's going to be under construction starting this year. We have a lot of money that we're going to be putting in, over $250,000 here into the Brady Park off of Maple Avenue. We're putting an all-new lighting system, computer generated, low light, so it keeps the lights to the ball field. It doesn't impact any of the residents around here. We're going to be putting money into a playground there as well.
Yeah, that definitely needed a little help.
Yeah, it's been over 30 years since any real investment has been made there.
But there is a lot of people that go there, a lot of sports games that happen on those fields, so that's really great to
Yeah,
hear.
volleyball, summer.
They have the volleyball
League.
the deck hockey is over there.
Deck hockey, yeah.
And we do. We met with a bunch of moms, a community over here in Smithtown for the Moorwood Park. Nothing had been done there in many years. It was in pretty bad shape. So they came in, they met with myself and Joe Rico, the Director of Parks, Building and Ground, and then we had a meeting with the supervisor. We're putting $100,000 into that park. We're going to do an all-new playground, a basketball court there for those children that live up in the Moorwood Estates area. So we're doing that. We're putting a lot of money back down into the Kings Park Bluff in Kings Park.
Okay.
Through the storms, we lost a lot of the bank.
Mm-hmm.
This year we almost lost the boardwalk that was there.
Yeah.
So we had to get
From the storm.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we had to get a DEC permit to do that. We investing a lot of money there. We have a stone revetment wall is going to be installed there. Hopefully that'll protect and save that boardwalk and the parking lot for years to come. hopefully,
It's a beautiful hidden gem, the
Yeah.
Queens Park Bluff.
Yeah, not a lot of people know that it's, especially new residents coming in. You talk to them about the bluff, they're like, whoa, where is that? So. to
and there's a
have
great
that,
restaurant
yeah.
down there.
Yeah,
during
it's a
the
great
summer.
restaurant,
My family and I, we
Yeah.
bring our egg sandwiches and we all line up on the boardwalk. My kids bring their scooters. They scoot back and forth. We go down to the beach. We have fun all day in there.
Yeah,
Well, hopefully that'll all be done, so you'll be able to enjoy that this spring and summer. It'll be completed.
That's nice.
And then some of the other stuff, we're putting in quite a bit of money into the Senior Citizen Center, which is, for the seniors, it is a beautiful, beautiful facility. Unfortunately, a lot hasn't been done there in years, so there's been significant issues with some of the structure there. So we're making a capital investment there. There's $500,000 that's earmarked for that facility this year that we're going to be doing for our seniors. So I'm happy to see that's being done. We're actually looking to take that area where you have the Senior Citizen Center, our animal shelter, which has been completely redone. It's now state-of-the-art. And we
Okay.
also have the Smithtown Firematics Training Center, where all our fire departments use that facility to train, to maintain, their standards with OSHA, and they're in compliance with that. So we're going to be making investments there for our fire departments in our township, so they have a great facility to go and hone their skills and maintain their certification. So
that's
there's
great.
quite a bit that's on the agenda for 2019 and
You're
into
busy.
Yeah,
Yes,
you're
I
a busy
am.
guy. You're a busy guy. Awesome. So we want to come back again and get an update, and we'll keep touching base with you guys. But I want to thank you for letting us come in today and talk to us about some of the key things that everybody's talking about. When is it going to happen? What's going on? Kind of get that out on the table, and then we'll go move forward with some other topics in the future.
Well,
Yeah.
I thank you both for coming and affording us the opportunity here in Smithtown to tell all of our residents what's going on, so they
Yeah.
are informed and they can be involved and taking your time out. And for those that haven't been to Gray's Jewelry in St. James, I go there. I'm giving it a plug.
There you go.
It's a
Thank
beautiful
you.
store,
Thank
and this is what it's about. Government service is all about, and elected officials, it's all about working for the residents, and that was my commitment, and that's the commitment of every council member and a supervisor.
So tell us before we go, there are a couple of great new social media things that we should know about the town. So there's a Facebook page, the town of Smithtown.
Yeah.
There is a app
A
on your
Smithtown app?
phone, a Smithtown app, and we can all find this on the town website because it really keeps you up to date. I think I follow it personally. There was an accident on the road a few weeks ago, and there was an update on what was going on. So it's just a really great tool to know about what's going on right now in your town.
No, and
Yeah.
that goes to what the supervisor had talked about when we ran for for elected office, and that's transparency across the board. And under Nicole Gardula, who was appointed as the Smithtown Public Information Officer, everything that's being done in Smithtown is publicized. And we do have an app, and it's on your Android phone or on your iPhone. It gives you access to our town website. It gives you all the alerts. You could subscribe to the red alerts, which gives you all the recent updates. We
For
do have
snow.
for
and-
everything. Our government TV, we do the same thing there as well. And the
Yeah,
website.
I think you keyed in, transparency. For so many years, it's been, like people are they don't know what's going on, so they just think they're paying taxes and nothing's happening. Now having it all out on the table is, now people know what's going on.
Yeah, so
And it-
get involved. Go to your local meeting.
Yeah, people should get out and start going to these town board meetings and not, just talk about it. Yeah.
Oh, yes, and that's the other thing too. You can watch our town board meetings if you can't get to town hall on our Tuesday or our Thursday night. You can go onto our town website and you can live stream that meeting
Oh, okay.
live time.
Yeah, I noticed you guys have all the equipment to do live broadcasts right from here.
Yeah, we made a capital investment into all of the videos here at Town Hall, as well as the senior center, where we will, we hold the meetings where we know there's going to be a lot more people than the 40 people we can sit here.
Yeah.
So we're doing everything we can for transparency. It's out there. There's multiple ways that you can see what's going on. When the supervisor rolled out his budget, the minute that budget was passed to every one of the council members here on this town board, that agenda, that budget was posted to the website where any resident in the state of New York or outside or our town could have gone on and looked at every single budget line that we have.
Right.
And that's transparency, because that's what we all look at too.
Yeah.
Where's our money going to? And it's in that budget.
That's great.
Well, I could feel it, and I'm excited about everything that's to
Yeah.
come.
Yeah, no, it's awesome.
Again, thank you both for coming,
You're welcome.
and I look forward to meeting with you guys in a couple of months to
Yeah.
give you an update
Yeah,
on where we
we'll
are.
get an update in the middle of spring. Great.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right.